is officially day 4. Still, I have no idea what's happening in training. You really don't know what's going to happen the first couple days, or really any day. But, day 4, tomorrow I will meet my drill instructors. Day 5, that is Black Friday, when you meet your drill instructors and you begin your first day of training IT. So, I'll be working out a lot tomorrow. Gotta get some good sleep tonight, you know? Thinking about you, missing my mom, Zanaya, Zach, my grandparents. I'm worried about everyone, including your family, hon. You know? As much crap as I talk about how your mom raised you and all that, I respect her for trying to give you and your brother the best lives you guys could have. And I really appreciate that, because if she didn't work so hard, then I wouldn't have had you. And you're the best thing that's ever happened to me. So today's video is a little boring, but just got some little bit of things for you to do, things to keep in mind while I'm gone. Like I said, I was going to give you videos that would keep you busy while I'm gone, and here's one of them. This one's about movies for you to watch. Funny enough, my favorite thing in the world is movies. These ones are all horror themed. We're going to start with the Conjuring universe. Now, to be fair, there are technically the 3 Conjurings. Conjuring 1, Conjuring 2, Conjuring 3. Out of those, the second one is my favorite because it has the Crooked Man in it. Now, the Crooked Man has its own movies that aren't part of the Conjuring movies, but they are based off of the stories that the Crooked Man is based off of. So they're like 2 different things, but the Crooked Man and the Conjuring is freaking phenomenal. But there's other ones. There's La Llorona, which is, there's the Annabelle franchise, which is very good. I really do like the Annabelle movies. Out of those ones, the Annabelle Creation one is my favorite. Annabelle Comes Home is, and then the Annabelle one itself is, that Annabelle Creation, that one is good. And then you got The Nun. I love The Nun. So you got those. So that's my take on The Conjuring. So I want you to watch all these movies I have listed in the duration of while I'm gone. So, the Conjuring universe, there's that. Then there's Ted and Ted 2. The first one is really funny, but the second one for me is a lot more funny. I really like the second one. It's pretty good. Now the next one in my list is a little bit longer, and that's going to be the Saw universe. There are so many Saw movies, and then of course there's the new reboot Spiral. And so there's only one movie now, but there should be more by the time I come out. They'll probably be working on finishing up the second one. But so there's the Saw universe. Not gonna go into that one. I want you to experience that one all by yourself. Definitely try not to watch it late at night, and while you're eating, do not watch it while you're eating. You'll probably throw up. Next one, The Hills Have Eyes. Another one, do not watch while eating. This one's about cannibals, and funny enough, the story behind it is there was the bomb testing was here in New Mexico, right? Well, they evacuated a bunch of towns, but one family decided to stay during that, and they became kind of like cannibalistic. They started inbreeding. They faced tons and tons of radiation, and it just really fucked them up. So The Hills Have Eyes, there's an original from like way back in the 80s or whatever, and then there was a remake, and I really like the remake, but they're all technically one universe. Kind of. Not really, but sort of. And basically it's just they're cannibals. It's like how directors take a true story, like, the Conjuring movies, and then blow them out of proportion. Yeah, this is that. It's like if those cannibals like really lost their shit and went on a murder spree and all this crazy shit. So that's pretty good. The next one is Grudge, or Ju-on. And Ju-on is a Asian film. is pretty good, but of course it takes English origins. There's also a remake. It's pretty good too, you know. Definitely not like the originals. It has nothing to do with the originals, in fact. It's its own separate thing. But it is really good. So that is on the list. The next one is Friday the 13th. Now, that one goes... Sorry, I have a list right here in front of me. That one goes in par with A Nightmare on Elm Street, which isn't on my list. Funny enough. But you could watch that one if you want. That's up to you. But Friday the 13th. I love them. They are very good. Classic slashers. Of course, you know, there's like all the remakes. And then there's the reboot. But yeah, so Friday the 13th is the next one. Then Insidious. I do like Insidious, you know. I've talked about it before. You know, lucid dreaming, dream walking, all of that. That's all everything to do with Insidious. And I didn't fall in love with Insidious until after I started dream walking and stuff. So it's always been like one of those movies where I can really get in the mood for, and it's got Patrick Wilson. You'll know who he is because he's in the Conjuring movies, and he sings my one favorite song by Elvis. So that happens in the Conjuring, not in Insidious. The next one, of course, is To Our Dearest Hearts. Me and you both love this franchise, and To the End of the World, Scream. So, watch Scream. And if you want, it's not on this list because this one's all horror themed, but, you know, watch Scary Movie, you know, watch all those, the spoofs. They're pretty good. The next franchise is Halloween. Halloween has had tons of remakes. I know you really don't want to watch it, but for me, please, me and you, I want to have conversations about all these movies when you come back. So part of your journaling process is every time you watch one of the movies, just write down something that you liked about it. Like, for every franchise on The Conjuring, you'll be like, I like Annabelle. For the Saw universe, you'll be like, I like the third one, or whatever. I want to hear what you liked about the movies. Like, that's what this is about. I'm making these videos for you, but also something for me to come back to. So I want to hear about how you felt about each of my videos and what you thought about the movies that I picked and whatever the video about the day is. So this one's all about movies. So spend your time while I'm gone trying to finish these franchises. So Halloween, please watch them. There's the original, and then the original movies, and then there's the Rob Zombie remakes, and then there's just the new remakes that take place right after the first one. Just watch them all by release date. So watch the original franchise, then the Rob Zombie remake, and then the one that just came out. The timeline won't really make sense, but sometimes the timelines don't make sense. Just watch them for fun. Don't think about what time period they take place in, or why this or why that. Just live in the moment and experience every film for what it has. The next one is Predator. The Predator movies are really good, and so watch those. I really like Predator, as you know, and watch Prey, because Prey is part of that. The next franchise is Aliens. The Alien franchise, which, of course, there's an Alien versus Predator movie as well. So watch that. A sequel to that one is... Let me make sure I got it right. Hold on. I think it's Alien Covenant is another one. But, so there's Aliens, Aliens 2, Aliens 3, Alien Resurrection, and then there's Prometheus. And then there's Alien Covenant. So, watch those. It's a great franchise. I really love Aliens. Prometheus is one of my favorites. And Alien Covenant out of those movies. So, yeah. There's that. The next one is Final Destination. Watch Final Destination. I personally... which one do I like? I like the last one, to be honest. The last one has some pretty cool kills. So, keep that in mind. But also the third one is also one of my favorites. So, just... yeah. Think about that. Next one is Ring. So, there's the original Ring movies. And then there was a remake... Let me see when that one came out. It's with the guy from Big Bang. Leonard, the guy that plays Leonard, is in that one. Okay, so there's The Ring 2, and then just a movie called Rings that came from 2017. Let me check that real quick, and if I've got this all right. Hold on. I've got a lag here. Hold on. Yes, Johnny Galecki. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, but he's in this Ring movie. So yeah, The Ring. Next one is A Happy Death Day. Me and you have seen it, but rewatch it. It's one of those ones where it's a feel good. So go check that one out. And I've said, I want you to watch the original and then watch the remake because they're thinking of making a TV show about the new ones, and I would love to watch that when I'm back. So, yeah. Purge. I love the Purge. I have almost all the movies. So, watch the Purge. Watch all of them. Tell me your favorite. I can't remember exactly which one's my favorite, but I think I'd have to say probably Anarchy is my favorite. But there's also, I think, a TV show. Don't quote me on that, though. I don't know for sure. But out of all the movies I've seen, I kind of got to lean towards Purge Anarchy. It's pretty good. Candyman is the next one. There's the originals. I personally like the second one. The second in the original franchise. I think that one's Day of the Dead, but I don't remember for sure the title. I just remember the second one is my favorite because the plot line is just so good. And then, of course, there's the new remake, and the new remake is pretty good as well. I really like it because it goes back to the original franchise, which is pretty fucking cool. Another one that I like is Train to Busan. That one's about zombies. It's a Korean movie. Super good. I love it. The next one is the Leprechaun franchise. Watch the originals. And then there's like a weird, shitty, like 6 movie that's like terrible. Watch it if you want. And then there's the remake that takes place after the first movie. It's technically the second movie and throws away all the second through the 6th movies as if they never happened. And it picks up right after the first one years later. The movie after that one is Horns. That one is with Daniel Radcliffe. It's super good, a little depressing, but I like it. Not going to talk about that one. The Anaconda franchise, that one is really good. I like the first one. Super good movies. This one I know I've told you about because I've talked about it recently. Sharknado, I told you about Lavalantula. Well, I want you to go watch Lavalantula. It's so good. And then the next ones are Quiet Place and Quiet Place 2. Very good movies. Lake Placid. It was one of my favorite movies growing up, horror genre-wise. Not really horror, but pretty good. Me and my mom grew up on those. The first one will always be dearest to my heart. If you do watch that, if you can, come watch it with my mom. I know she would love that if you guys watched movies together, you know. Something that me and you do, it would really probably bring her a lot of closure with me being gone. So if you can watch the original with her, I'd really appreciate it. The next one on the list is Jaws. They're like super weird, but you know, the movies are good. I like them. Remember, I know these movies on this list, some of them are really, really bad, but just try and watch them for fun. Try not to think about about all the remakes. Don't think about all this. Just live movie to movie. But yeah, so that's my list. So you got the Conjuring universe, Ted, Saw, The Hills Have Eyes, Grudge, Friday the 13th, Insidious, Scream, Halloween, Predator, Alien, Final Destination, The Ring, Happy Death Day, It, Purge, Candyman, Train to Busan, Leprechaun, Horns, Anaconda, Lavalantula, A Quiet Place, Lake Placid, and Jaws. So those are my movies. I hope that you enjoyed these. Tomorrow's drill instructor day. Super nervous. I mean, I'm going to meet my DIs and my senior DI tomorrow. Nerve-wracking. Scary. Who knows what'll happen. I'll see you again tomorrow. I love you. Buenos tacos, my lady. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.